There's your hero. Huh.
I never thought Ubisoft would really do that.
See? Right there. You made a judgment call. You gotta see it as it is.
You're trash, Ubisoft.
What in tarnation is going on? Ubisoft, you son of a gun. I'm telling you guys, they play their game as much as IGN does when they get invited to test a new upcoming title that everybody always complains about in the comments down below. And if you've seen any IGN video, you'll know what I'm talking about. As you guys can see here, in this poll I made, almost 9,000 people think that Ubisoft doesn't play their own game or play it enough to understand what makes the game enjoyable for players. There's a comment that I don't know if it holds any truth or value, but it cracks me up just reading it, and here you guys go, let's get into it. Funny story, I was a cashier for 2 years in a small Italian grocery store in Montreal that happened to have an authentic and very popular Italian kitchen that served meals at noon. Ubisoft headquarters was a few blocks away, and they liked our kitchen. So a couple times a week, I'd see some of the Ubi staff come to my register to pay. The ones with For Honor t-shirts were unable to make eye contact and seemed miserable and introverted loners. I once tried chatting about the game. I felt like I was talking to someone that recently dead child. Pure awkwardness and silence. It's safe to say they know how much the players hate them. Okay, that's so sad. The Asian girl revealed in previous Warriors Den was very cool though. And then I said, next time they come in, tell them I will balance their game for free, no charge whatsoever. Now, I don't think this might be a true story, but also might not be. It's just fun to rag on Ubisoft, you know. Granted, they do work hard on some of the things, but lately I've seen that their balance have just contradicted each other, and it's just making me go crazy, and I feel like I'm losing brain cells just talking about it. I kid you not, everybody. Ubisoft would rather piss off the community than make balanced heroes. Just look at the heroes we've gotten recently. Ubisoft, listen up. I think to win the hearts of the community, no, I know for sure, to win the hearts of the community back, you need to make a new female or trait 2 only hero that uses only kicks. Not even a fist user like everyone's been wanting, just kicks. I know some of you cultured individuals enjoy watching Jackie Chan, an absolute legend in the Kung Fu cinema, but this specific scene reminded me of possibilities of For Honor that could be ridiculously overpowered, but also good looking while killing you, unlike Pirate. Thoughts and concerns? Leave them down below in the comments. I mean, have you seen Sojourn, the new Overwatch hero or Junker Queen?
Welcome to the apocalypse.
That's how you get a community hyped up about your game. Make your heroes better, Ubisoft. Ah, I'm through a wall! Help me! Oh my god! This game is fine! Oh shit! Oh fuck! Where am I going? But what do you guys think of this, honestly? What if Ubisoft didn't nerf Pirate directly, but wanted to do so indirectly by making Conqueror the most annoying hero in the game? This will now make new and brain-dead players gravitate to Conqueror, and now in your games, you will see all Conquerors and little to zero pirates. What a great idea. They're really thinking outside the box here. But man, I'm telling you, they really like to test my patience. You barely nerfed a monstrosity, which is Pirate, just to create another monstrosity with slightly more veins. Do you not see the path that you have created? You are heading towards a very dark path, and you're leading the player base into some serious cock and ball torture. I hope whoever suggested all unblockable chain heavies that can cancel into full block with this soft feint and infinitely hit someone externally without them being able to dodge or parry drops their phone in the toilet. Now, Year 6 Season 2 released on June 16th with a new event that has no minions and is entirely based on team fights, which I frankly do enjoy until I get trapped with potato head teammates. Oh, dude, what are you— oh my god! Do not attack him! But that's not the end of it. We also got a new Raider skin that looks, you know, I'd say not too shabby if I do say so myself. All jokes aside though, he does look a little bit different than just making your Raider black, because he's got engravings on his skin, and it looks pretty shagadelic. But unfortunately, anyone with the brain knows that engravings give you no tactical advantage whatsoever. Now that I've seen it though, and it might be a hot take, but I kinda like it. It gives a breath of fresh air to Raiders fashion because, I mean, we all know how terrible Viking fashion is in general, and I think it's safe to say Raider usually is like half nude, but a shirtless version will sure get the 2% of ladies who do play For Honor as slimy as a Froggo. And I do declare that Shaman is the only one, okay? She's the only one with good fashion all around. I'll tell you what. I've said it. Fight me. But the main topic lies with our beloved Conqueror and Shaolin rework. Shaolin, I have almost nothing but positives to say, as his rework entails of good offense and amazing quality of life changes to his kit. The only thing I dislike is his animations that follow up after his chain kick and some of his attacks. But come on, Ubisoft. I can't wait till Yorm's rework allows an Beyblade with infinite unblockable heavies next, since we're all, just adding unblockables to chain heavy finishers and strong chain pressure and dodge cancels, so we can blow our brains out for not picking up a meta hero. So let's wrap for a second here. Why are we still here? How did we get to this point, you ask? Well, that's a great looking question, Timmy. And quickly, I really just want to go over the issues that I think the community and myself have problems with, and the issue is that Conqueror's unblockable chain heavy finishers, they need to have lower hit stun, because right now they're like medium or like heavy hit stun where you can't dodge and get out of it when you're in an external attack. If he just goes and target swaps and hits you in the middle, you will not be able to dodge. You will just keep getting hit by it constantly until you are dead. The other issue is that people really complain about full block recovery cancels, especially with a hero like Conqueror. He has really strong offense, and it just seems like he has unblockable for days, especially in team fights. Now in matchmaking, this is going to be such a huge issue, and it's going to be really annoying to deal with. Ubisoft doesn't play their game, so they don't know how annoying this is in a 4v4 setting. They want a hero to literally have everything. They want them to be unpunishable in such a high degree where you need to literally be talking with your teammate, to these random ass teammates in voice chat 24/7, and understand the game mechanics to 100%. Otherwise, you just lose the game. And it seems like Ubisoft is also trying to just get rid of revenge altogether, because they don't want you to survive a gank, okay? They don't want you to survive a gank because they make all these heroes easy to use and easy to gank with. And if that's their philosophy, so be it, that's fine, but you gotta be consistent with it and give heroes certain roles if you're gonna do that. Making a hero like Aramusha is just going to be really annoying over time. How about we just make unique heroes? How about that? You guys ever thought about doing that? That'd be an interesting idea. Why don't we just stop copying and pasting every single hero into the next hero, into the next, and again, and again, and again, until the next hero, until we're all dead. The other issue is that he does way too much freaking damage in such a short amount of time, and in that regard, I want to talk about his bash dealing 23 damage in Dominion. What the fuck is going on here? Do you not test your games, Ubisoft? What the hell's wrong with you? Why not? Why not 17 damage? No, actually not 17. Why not 22 damage for a heavy parry? Why not? God damn it, this is so stupid. This is just simple testing to take him into Dominion. Unless you were secretly balancing around 1v1 in duels, then fine. That's a perfectly fine damage number. 17 is... You might as well have a hero that has the best bash damage, right? So it might as well be Conqueror instead of Warden now. Who cares? And let me just tell you, it's been a crazy journey ever since Conqueror got this tweak. Let's look at Ubisoft's first attempt at Conq's rework. And so the first rework we actually got to play was the first iteration of Testing Grounds. My man had infinite chain heavy undodgeable heavies, a chargeable chain unblockable heavy finisher just like his unblockable neutral one, a new superior deflect attack, and a full block animation which hits all around him to make him impenetrable in team fights, because if he gets one bastion or one deflect and it just hits everywhere. His lights were all now 500 MS, and they took away the 700 MS same light attack, which was really helpful to his kit, able to cancel recovery to full block on pretty much every single attack, and they sped up his chain bash. I'd say the community overall liked his rework, except for a few glaring issues like the parry flicker indicators on his chain heavy finishers, and that he could cancel his recoveries of full block so he couldn't be guard broken. All that crazy stuff, it pretty much got changed in the next one. Other than that, his kit was amazing, and he felt like a femboy Kyoshi and Aramusha had a baby together. So then a couple weeks passed, and they released us another variation of the rework with community feedback that they had supposedly listened to. They removed the undodgeable heavies, plus the chargeable unblockable heavy chain finishers, nerfed his recoveries on full block when used on forward bash, and that's pretty much it. This variation was obviously weaker than the first Testing Grounds, but he was still a strong hero compared to heroes like Yorm and Lawbringer, especially in Dominion, combined with feats and perks and his defensive capabilities. Conqueror definitely felt bare bones compared to his previous iterations because he lost all of his chain, essentially his 50-50 chain pressure. You could still have it into GB within his chain mix-ups instead of just letting the bash fly, but I felt like he was missing an edge, and he became more of a read-based character that had more skill involved than just someone mashing buttons, which honestly I kind of liked, but I know for a really high level competitive player, it was weak because he didn't have enough, you know, chain offense. But I disagree. He felt like a hero with solid offense and a really good defense. If we gave him stronger offense, he would become a better Armusha, and Armusha is already incredibly strong and also annoying. But I digress. We jump forward to today, and we found out that Ubisoft, you son of a bitch, decided to give the man the key to everyone's assholes. All right, I'm not sugarcoating this. They gave him a 17 damage bash that can execute, or 15 damage huge hitbox spin attack, feightable chain bash, which in my opinion is really cool and a really nice addition to his kit. And the most egregious thing of all, infinite chain unblockable heavies. This is what you get, alright? This is what you get. This is how you will destroy the game. How dense do you have to be to now understand that giving someone chain heavy unblockables that come out as fast as they do is incredibly unbalanced with how the state of the game is right now. I've said it before, JJ has a similar kit to Conq, as they both have chain unblockable heavy damage, as JJ can unblockable heavy and Sifu into unblockable zone into another unblockable heavy. Highlander can also do this too, but he's very, very vulnerable when he's in offensive stance, so he can be punished much easier. The issue is not confined to 1v1, but in team fights where if a player target swaps, you will not be able to parry nor dodge and continue to get hit by the heavies until you are dead due to hit stun. And it's because of the heavy hit stun property, you can't do anything about it. So either they need to adjust that significantly, make it so that he only has 2 chain heavy attacks, so you can't spam more than 1 unblockable heavy. And the worst part is they increase the hitbox of his heavy significantly so that it hits basically all around him. He basically undodgeable, unblockable heavy attack with no blue indicator. I'd be fine with the increased hitbox if it was undodgeable or just normal properties, but not unblockable properties too. I think it's a little bit overkill in my opinion. Ubisoft, you need to think, okay? You need to think. And here's the funny thing, they didn't even give him a roll catcher. No roll catcher, and nothing added to his running bash. They didn't make it faster, they didn't make it have better recovery, they didn't let you guarantee anything from it. How could you just miss this part? And they also decided to revert his light attack so he can't they gave him his like 700 of his chain light back. Like, what are you doing? You're done. Boom shakalaka. That is why they should have reworked the light attacks, but they didn't for some god knows reason. Every For Honor patch, we stray farther away from God. And here's the thing that'll really piss you up. You had it right the first time, man.
No. You had it right the first time.
Wait, maybe I did.
Exactly.
You had it right the first time. All you had to do was adjust some values with this full block and maybe fix the flicker indicator. If you didn't fix it, you know, it'd be fine too. Honestly, I would not give two shits about that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Ubisoft is kind of like Michael Scott, except without the charm and relatability and humor. Sometimes they do some really surprising and amazing things like the Shaolin or Kensei rework, which is the most balanced rework in my opinion. But then there's days like this where you're literally trying to get them fired from their job because you could do so much better. And it kind of reminds me of the time when Dwight tried to take regional manager from Michael. I would rather have the first iteration of Conq than what we have right now. Who is with me? You guys let me know if you guys agree with me, if you'd rather have the first one or the second one. At least the first one, all he had was a fast bash and, you know, just undodgeables. But this one is just egregious because you're literally seeing orange every single freaking second of For Honor in 4v4. And one thing to point, it's not necessarily that OP in 1v1. I'd say it's still really good for many players because you have solid offense with unblockable heavies that are, you know, chain offense, and he also has a feightable bash, which does, however, take a ton of stamina, which I'm assuming they will probably adjust in the near 2024 or something like that. But otherwise, you know, in 1v1s, I think he's a really strong hero, but it's still gonna be annoying to fight against because he has so much defensive capabilities that you have to pick a strong hero. You have to make really good reads against him while he can just continue his offense whatsoever compared to Shaolin's rework, in my opinion. Alright, so as you guys can see here, Ubisoft had 3 tries to get this right, and they still managed to fuck everything up. What is it going to take for them to actually test their heroes in 4v4? I mean, do they not play the same game as us where you load in, pick Conquer the character, select the feats that you're probably going to use, the most powerful feats, and then play them in the game, realize, oh wait, 23 damage for a bash. Yeah, that's unbalanced. We should probably nerf the feat or nerf the damage of the follow-up hit. Yeah, you think so? You should probably do that, you dingbat. So what can we do to fix him, guys? First thing I would do is lower the damage on his heavy bash attack, okay? The one that does the uppercut. That does way too much freaking damage. 17 for a bash is just way too much. Make it go back down to 15 or make it just be the normal light attack, okay? 12 to 15 damage. That was the staple of all bash damages, okay? That's just normal stuff unless they have a 2-chain light attack like Warden. The feat shield bash also needs a nerf as well. Maybe lower the damage values to like 3 or 4. The next thing I would do is make it so that he can't full block so quickly after every attack. I am so tired of heroes being so safe in that regard, because unless you're using a hero with a really good unblockable attack, then my god, it's like you can't do anything against him besides pray and hope that you can predict and GB in time. In a team fight, mind you, in a team fight, try to do that. Good luck with that, by the way. It's not gonna work. Basically, have it the same recoveries as before, or just after heavy finishers. After heavy finishers, he should be able to immediately go into full block. Not after a light attack, not after a normal heavy, just after his finisher heavies. I think that'd be fine. A lot of heroes are able to get soft feint cancels into so many things after every single little attack. I don't think that's a good idea to give heroes all of the leeways to do whatever the hell they want, okay? We need heroes with weaknesses and strengths. Heroes nowadays have too many strengths and no weaknesses. The next thing I would do is a little bit complicated. Either they have to remove the heavy hit stun on his unblockable chain heavies, or just make it so that his combos stop. No more infinite heavies, okay? Light into heavy unblockable, or light into a normal heavy into unblockable heavy chain finisher. That's it, okay? That is it. You don't have to make it undodgeable. You don't have to do whatever the hell you want. Honestly, you can make the second heavy undodgeable if you wanted to make him unique. That'd be pretty cool if I do say so myself. We also need to make a zone attack 500 MS. Why it's still 600 MS? I keep saying this every single time. Make it faster, guys. Alright, that'd be great. And for God's sakes, please revert his light attacks to the first rework iteration. Let him use same sidelights on every side, or just not allow him to use the same sidelights, because having the same sidelight that's 600 MS or 700 MS, it's just bad game design, okay? It's just bad game design. It doesn't work. And having that outdated mechanic in your game where it's supposed to be fully competitive ready, it's just stupid. That's just a bad idea. And really, those are the biggest changes I would suggest the devs look into, because after all those values get adjusted, I think the hero's gonna fit right in with the For Honor universe. The universe where unblockable indicators are on all 3 sides of your guards. Okay, that's good stuff. Even so, nerfing his ability to constantly throw unblockables would be better in my opinion, because I mean, his chain bash is already pretty solid. You can feint it, you know, it can be used in the middle of fights, after lights, or after finisher heavies. So he already has different forms of pressure to keep him viable. He doesn't need constantly to throw out the unblockable heavy finishers, in my opinion. Competitive players will always abuse mechanics, or, you know, just try to get the easiest forms of damage. So that's why the devs need to focus on making the game more fun for the casuals, but also heroes strong at the same time. We've seen that comp players have already found ways to dish out insane amounts of damage, 140 HP to 0, or 140 HP to half or just less in one combo with guard breaks or bash confirms. Shinobi gank, Kaze stance, pirate gank, etc, etc. There will always be tools for them to use, but we still need to keep the majority of the player base happy, since this is barely a competitive game. It's failed in so many regards. It's lost face, and I don't think it has a career in the near future, at least not until a long time, unless For Honor 2 comes out. That's when I think it'll be competitively viable. And even then, you have to have a really good dev team, and I'm not quite sure if that's going to be the case in the near future. And there you have it. These are the adjustments that I would suggest to get changed, and hopefully the devs would do something about it. Take one form of my critique into consideration. That would be fantastic. But if you guys have better ideas or changes that I missed, or we should include into the rework or nerf, then please let me know down below, because I think a lot of diverse opinions need to be showcased here in the comments. That's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. The box is super tired. It's like 93 degrees in my room right now. The heat wave is crazy, and I have no AC. So, you know, I'm sweating balls right now. So take care and have a good night. Bye-bye. See you later.